Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Truly grateful. You know, when I was little, I was terrified of growing old, man. And maybe some of y'all can relate to this. You know, the thought of getting older and sick and dying, it was like my worst nightmare to me. But turning 60 for me was better than what I could ever imagine. You know, at 62 right now, I'm in better shape than I've ever been in my life. I really feel great. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, Cal, it has a lot to do with your genetics and everything like that. Well, some of that's true, but I've got a brother who's 65 right now. He's in bad shape. He's folded like a lawn chair, and he was a greater athlete than me. Certainly was my idol growing up. So yeah, genetics has something to do with it, but you know, just making a decision to take better care of yourself. Now, I'm not gonna get on that kick today. I'm just saying this because I'm gonna tell you what is responsible. What I think is responsible for me right now, being in the great health that I am right now. I stopped drinking. I stopped getting high. I stopped putting those poisons in me. I had no idea that I was going to reap these type of benefits. I was just tired of drinking, man. I was just tired of getting high and being broke and just being a loser, really, a bum. I heard a guy use the word the other day, passport bum. It really tickled me. And you know, everybody knows this, my career as an insurance agent. All those years, you know, working with seniors and older Americans, I didn't want what I was seeing in front of me. You know, people younger than 60, but certainly 60 and old, they were broken down. Table full of medications. You know, because the average American my age of 62 is taking between 4 and 5 medications. You got some type of chronic health condition. Mobility problems, mental health problems. Now I got that. Hell, living 62 years on this earth, you're gonna have some type of mental health issues. Sexual problems. It scared me, man. I was like, you know, they said Michael Jackson didn't want to live to be old. Well, he didn't. He got his wish. But now that I'm 62, I want to live. I want to live to be 150. But when I stopped drinking, I just had no idea it was going to have that type of effect on me. But it's a double-edged sword, you know, because I'm in such good shape. I'm 62 years old. Because let me say this before I lose my thought. My members only live stream yesterday, the title was, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Well, regardless of what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, I want to be able to enjoy it. And you can't be, you know, you can't enjoy it on a walker, you know, broken down, in a wheelchair and all of that, because you didn't take better care of yourself in your younger years. So if you're younger right now and you're watching this video, that's probably something you want to do. But I was really surprised, you know, everything's working better than I could have ever dreamed, man, you know. When I got 60, I just thought I was going to be some old man somewhere. And people can relate to this video, man. You know, growing old and dying is something that we all think about. But I thought I wouldn't be able, I can play tennis if I want to right now. I can play basketball if I want to right now. You got to understand, I was 60 years old when I walked from St. Carlos City to Dumaguete. So shout out to my seniors who are still active out there, who are still getting it done, who are destroying the myth that, you know, when you get old, you should be throwing a trash can somewhere, that your life is over with. You know, in the bedroom, see, that's another thing that it's kind of like a double-edged sword, man. I want to screw all the time. My dick gets hard, just as hard now as it did when I was 32. You know, so you know, dating younger women is something that I'm really forced to do, really. It's not that I don't find older women attractive, but women my age, we really don't have a whole lot in common. You know, certainly in their bedroom. But this isn't even about that. This is about when I turn 60, man, you know, it's better than what I ever imagined. I was terrified of growing older, man. I didn't want nothing of it. Now I want to live forever, really. I want to live to be 150 years old. I know that this is the only life we got, man. And so I want to enjoy it. Man, I got up this morning, it's crazy. When that damn mouse jumped out of my damn shoe, man. Now I've got a mouse in my house. But that's nothing to worry about, man. I'd rather have that mouse in my house than to have some damn cancerous growth inside my body. You know, honestly, I thought I'd be dead already. I didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, this is my favorite part of St. Carlos City. I walk past here every morning, man. I mean, it's just a beautiful place, right? And I'm able to enjoy this. I'm able to walk around and be active just as I was. I don't feel any older than I did when I was 40 or 45. I mean, it was a pleasant surprise to me that you could feel this good at 62 years old. That you could be this active at 62 years old. I'm the oldest guy in the gym, by the way. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it's a surprise, guys. I promise you. Where I come from, man, my father was 61 when he died. My mother was 62. You just don't live this long, man. Not where I come from. Other people are different, but not where I come from. You just don't live this long. And then if you do, like I said, you got something holding you back. You know, I'm the oldest guy in the gym. I just don't see a lot of the people that I deal with working out. If they are, they're younger. But I'm saying if you older, this isn't the time to throw the cards in. This is really time to shuffle the deck, man. And deal yourself a better hand. Look like we're gonna get some rain. But yeah, the thought of growing old doesn't scare me anymore because I'm there now. You know, I'm 62 years old. I'm a senior, man. I'm proud of that. I'm glad I'm able to enjoy it, guys. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I know as a man, you're going to get criticized. You're going to get attacked for dating younger women. But when you're in as great shape as I am, you know, it's more than just having a companion. At this age, I'm not in some type of fantasy either. I know my life is running out. So I want to squeeze every moment out of this life. And if that means getting freaky in the bedroom, man, if that means taking a trip, if that means running a marathon, whatever it is, man, I'm going to do it. My life isn't over, man. It really just began. You know, I got a new life over here in the Philippines. But again, no matter what you decide to do with the rest of your life, you certainly want to enjoy it. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. You know, I'm kind of shocked, man, at some of the attitudes of my audience when it comes to certain topics. You know, people say, I don't talk about sports, religion, and politics. Well, if you don't, you won't get to know the authentic person. And that's what I want to know. I'm around a lot of people. I want to know who I'm around. And when you bring up subjects like that, it kind of shows you who people are. But at the same time, we got to respect each other's perspective, even if you don't agree with it. I mean, let's respect it, guys. You know, the video I made yesterday, it was just a thought that came across my mind, and how, you know, disappointed I am with the inequality in America. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't agree with that, okay? But let me have my opinion. Let me have my perspective. It wasn't about Charlie Kirk. I think by us watching him being brutally murdered like that, I believe this is nervous energy coming out of a lot of people. Because I'm seeing and hearing some strange stuff, man, out of people. Even though people get killed all the time, I just think the horrific way in which he was murdered right in front of our eyes, I think it sort of shocked us awake. I see all the vigils they're having for him and everything like that. I think that's nervous energy being released. It's just a different time, man, in the world, man, right now, guys. But to fight and stuff over YouTube is not that serious, guys. I'm just being honest with you. Enjoy your life. This is the only life you got. You know, I don't want to lose any friends over that stuff, but certainly over things that are really out of my control. Some guy says, well, what are you going to do about inequality you're so worried about? I said, I'm not going to practice it. Okay, I treat everybody the same. But this is beautiful, man. It's so quiet here. You know, one of my subscribers, well, he's a friend now. He came here the first time, man, and got him an apartment. Within 24 hours of arriving in St. Carl City, he liked it so much that he rented an apartment, man. It's crazy, right? And he's younger than me. Hell, he's almost 10 years younger than me. He said, Cal, where's the traffic? I said, there is no traffic. He said, well, hell, at this time of day is usually traffic. There's no traffic. It's so clean, man, so quiet. He said, this is exactly what I was looking for. And this guy had his boots on the ground, and he was firmly planted in Mexico, some part of Mexico, and he really enjoyed it. But hell, he came to the Philippines. That's why I say, guys, don't believe what you hear on YouTube. Come here yourself, okay, and make your own decision about this place. There was a young guy, just left. He's 24 years old. Follow my channel, and he said, I'm leaving today. It was Sunday. He said, but I feel like I want to cry. This is his first time ever come to the Philippines. He has a great job with a defense contractor back in America. And I said, man, don't feel bad. I felt the same way the first time I left the Philippines. Really, every time I leave. I mean, this place, there's something special about it. I can't tell you what it is. Hey, man, I'm doing talk. But it certainly grabs a hold of Westerners, man. Nothing like your first time coming to the Philippines. It's nothing like it. You can't compare it. You know, I just love this, the tropical weather. Look at all the green. It's like this year round. See, I could live anywhere like this and be happy. This just happens to be the Philippines. But you got the tropical weather, the beautiful beaches, the beautiful nature. I'm welcome here. It could be anywhere on the earth, but it just happens to be here in the Philippines. That's why I'm staying. I'm a Gemini, man. I get bored. I get bored real quick. I've never got bored with the Philippines. It's always something new. It's always something exciting. So take care, y'all. You know, my video later today, my live stream, later today on my Patreon page, it's going to be about freedom. And I got the topic from walking through here yesterday and the freedom I felt. You know, free from all that stuff that used to bother me in earlier years. I just don't have it over here. And I think you will feel the same way. Look at this, man. Look how beautiful this place is. You see nobody running up to me, bothering me, trying to rob me, harassing me or anything like that. I'm able to enjoy my golden years here. They're no longer silver years. Hey, I'm 62. They're golden, man. And these years are a whole lot better than what I ever thought, man. I'm not broken down. I'm not begging the government for a handout. I'm not stuck up in one of them boxes somewhere that they put us in America. I'm no different now at 62 than I was at 42. That's my woman.